Hey everybody, it's Chris Chudacoff at True Point Lending. You know, for 30 plus years, I have tried to find ways to help my clients win. And it doesn't matter what the market is. It doesn't matter if it's a seller's market. It doesn't matter if it's a buyer's market. We always want to try and find a way to help you win. One of the most common loan opportunities that's taken place in the last few years has been a bridge loan. Now, you've probably heard about it, but let me just kind of explain quickly what it is and then give you a math application right behind it if you can read my doctor's writing. A bridge loan is ideal for someone who wants to buy another home, but they haven't sold their existing home yet. Now, in a buyer's market, you can make an offer to buy someone's home and say, hey, I'm contingent on selling my home. And if the seller's kind of desperate, they'll take your offer. But in the last 7 years, we haven't seen that type of real estate market anywhere in the country. And so a bridge loan becomes a great opportunity. It's ideal if you want to buy a home, but you haven't sold your existing home yet. And there's been so much equity growth in our markets in the last 7 years that that loan really can help apply. Let me just walk you through a scenario, and I think it'll be a little bit easier to understand because something else I'm trying to solve for is you want to let the seller take your offer without selling your home, but you also may not have a lot of money for a down payment. Well, I think we can solve for that. And let me give you an example. Let's talk about what you currently have and what we're talking about doing. Let's say you currently own a home. It's worth $1.2 million. And you want to buy your dream home. That's $1.6 million, but you don't have a big down payment and you still have another home that you want to try and sell. Let's presume you currently owe $400,000 on that $1.2 million home. Well, we got to solve for this. How do you buy this home without selling your current home? Here's how the math works. They're going to take the current value of your home. They're going to take the value of the home you're buying, $1.2 million, $1.6 million, $2.8 million. And you can normally get a bridge loan for about 70% of the combined values. So they take current and the one you're buying, which means you can get a loan for about $1.96 million. The very first thing the bridge lender is going to do is they're going to pay off your existing $400,000 loan. So they're going to loan you $1.96 million against both properties. They're going to pay off your current mortgage of $400,000. And they're going to leave you with $1.56 million. Well, if you're trying to buy a home for $1.6 million, that's the proposed one, and they're going to loan you $1.56 million bucks, you can potentially buy that home with only $40,000 out of your pocket. This is how you can potentially buy a home without selling your existing home. A few quick notes on the bridge loan. The payments are really flexible. They're usually interest only, because the lender knows you're only going to have the loan maybe a couple months, right? Because you're going to buy this home. You're going to put this home on the market right away because you don't want double mortgage payments for any extended period of time. But they're going to give you interest-only payments, so it's really flexible. The second important part is qualifying on these loans actually can be a little bit easier than a traditional loan. Finally, if you do this bridge loan, as soon as you sell this home, they're going to pay off as much of this $1.56 million loan that they can, and the balance that's left over, you can then convert into any sort of conventional refinance at whatever the prevailing rate is. If you want to buy a home, but you believe the internet that says you have to sell your home first, that's incorrect. If you want to buy a new home and the internet says you have to have a 20% down payment, that's incorrect. Let's dispel some of those myths. Give me a call. Let's just have a conversation and see if a bridge loan might help you buy your dream home. Thanks. Look forward to talking to you soon.